first nice day of spring 2023. Alright, we are somewhere in Queens. That right there is the Queensboro Bridge. Just doing a mini bike ride, and I wanted to talk about the Trek Domane SL6 that I've been riding. Made a couple of updates. Let's talk about it. Alright, I haven't talked about this bike in probably close to a year, so let's take it from the top. First thing is Brooks leather saddle. I really like this saddle. If you want to ride in jeans like I do sometimes and you want something comfortable that's not going to shred the back of your jeans, the Brooks saddle is where it's at. Handlebars, I did pick up some Bontrager, I don't know what they're called, ISO Zone, 44 centimeter width, so nice, a little bit wider, a little bit easier to stand up and sprint out of the saddle. We did put a 110 millimeter stem on there. It's an FSA. I just actually had it lying around. This bike is an endurance bike, so it's a bit more upright, so I wanted to try to lower it and get it a little bit longer, because there's a 56. I usually run a large bike, or a 58. MV 3.4s, disc, not the ARs, the old ones, not the new hookless ones. 3.4s, decent wheels. I did a video on these. I don't particularly love the internal spoke nipples, but I'm not running tubeless, so if I need to I can true them, no problem there. Still got the stock chain set. Everything else is pretty stock. What I did do is I did get some WTB Expanse tires. Reason I got these are in 32 millimeters. So the reason I got these tires was because I wanted something that was going to be pretty fast on the road, but also I could take off-road. I purchased this bike as a all-road bike, or a, all-road / gravel bike. But if I do ride gravel, I have to ride on the road pretty far to get to any gravel. So I think 32 millimeters with a center tread that's pretty slick and a little bit of grip on the outside, that should do me pretty good. Like I said, I got to ride at least an hour to hit any gravel, if any gravel does exist in New York City. If it does, let me know. I haven't found any yet. With the tires, I also am running the, what are they called? The Tubolito inner tubes. They're a little bit lighter, actually a lot lighter, probably about 100 grams per wheel. You could tell because they've got the orange valve stems. And big thing is these inner tubes do have better puncture resistance. They also pack up really small, so lighter weight, better puncture resistance, pack up really small. They're just like 30 bucks an inner tube. But you know what? Compared to thousands of dollars we all spend on our bikes, I don't think it's a bad experiment to do. First time riding these tires, they do feel pretty fast, although it's a crazy windy day. It's hard to tell if it's just my first time on a bike in quite a while. And I am running some SKS Speed Rocker fenders. They're pretty nice, they're pretty wide. Quick release fenders, SKS makes some good stuff. The front as well, I left a little front piece off, but I may just put it on because fenders are definitely good. So there you have it, 2021 Trek Domane SL6, Ultegra mechanical. Basically changed the bars to something a little bit wider, longer stem, lower stem, leather saddle so it doesn't shred my jeans, carbon wheels that I had, 32 millimeter all-road light gravel tires, and full fenders. Now with that being said, this bike is still a pretty heavy bike for what it is. Fun, yes, but it's still like about a 20-pound bike, whereas my other pure race bikes like my TCR, that's about 17 pounds. But I'm still giving this bike a shot. I still think it's very capable with that 38 millimeter tire clearance, with that soft, comfortable tipple geometry as well. I kind of like the electrical shifting. I wish I had it on this bike, but the mechanical gears do bring peace of mind, and it is a little bit easier knowing that I won't nick a cable or I won't run out of battery or anything like that. What are they doing up on that bridge? It is so loud. Now the only thing I could think to do to make this bike even faster would be to put some either lighter weight wheels on it or deeper section wheels like aero wheels like the MV 4.5s. Put some narrow 28 or even 25 millimeter tires on it. Slam this all the way down, put a 120 or 130 millimeter stem, get you nice and stretched out. Should prove to be a pretty racy setup. One thing I will say is it's not as fun to sprint on this bike as it is to sprint on a bike like a TCR. Might have to do with the ISO speed decouplers or that compartment in there. Don't know. Regardless, it's a bike. It's still better than having no bike. You can still have a lot of fun on it. It's still a very capable bike. It's just not as super light as a super bike. All right, time to get going. Thanks for watching.